Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Trading Made Easy right here on YouTube. I'm certainly glad that you find yourself here. So, are you ready for the trading week? Are you ready for the trading week? We're going to go ahead over to the charts and we're going to look at some major pairs and determine what price is doing. That's the name of the game. I'm going to be doing something a little different on this particular video. I'm going to be working on the MetaTrader 4 platform instead of TradingView, which is where I do my analysis. But I do want to share with you the correlation of what price is doing in relation to what our simplicity indicator system is telling us that price is doing. I'm also going to be sharing with you how to really use this indicator and how to look at this indicator. So before we begin, let me just share with you really quick. I am, of course, for those of you that do not know, I am with the Super Easy Forex community. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love all of the products that Super Easy provides. I think that amongst all of the indicators that I have tried, that I've used, excuse me, the simplicity is absolutely, in my opinion, the best. And I'm not just saying that because I use it. I'm not just saying that because I'm an affiliate. I'm not saying it for those reasons. I'm saying it because it works. And I have been doing this for a while now, and I'm able to determine what's most effective and what correlates or complements my trading strategy the best. And the simplicity trading indicator system absolutely does that. I have made some changes and you'll see that as well. Also, I want to point out that within our community, we have several people who actually do training and they see the market the way they see the market. I'm not saying anyone is wrong. I'm just saying that everybody sees the market differently and they go about handling the charts differently. Everybody have a different trading style and all of those things. So what I would encourage you to do is to determine what resonates with you. What trading style resonates with you? For me, I am a trend trader. Less is best. So I don't like a lot of stuff on my charts. However, I do remember a time where my chart looked like a spider web. I had to work through some things, right? And so I've been able to do that. And I'm having, much more consistency and success doing that. So if that type of trading style complements who you are and how you think and all of those things, then you want to definitely lock arms with me. However, if it doesn't, then you want to find that teacher, that coach, that trainer that do resonate with you. What you don't want to do, my friend, is you don't want to be hopping all over the place. You want to stick and stay. When you make that determination, you want to stick and stay, and you want to move into the mode of perfecting your trading style, perfecting your understanding of how you're looking at the market. Stick and stay. I cannot tell you that is the absolute number one reason why so many traders don't find success or consistent success. What do I consider consistent success? Basically, you know how to go in the market each and every time and profit, right? I have a 20 pip strategy that I utilize. And so you have to master something, right? You want to master something, at least one thing, so that you know that every time you go into the market, you can accomplish this one thing. So stick and stay, perfect your craft, find success, right? Um, that's my success code. That's what that is. So let's move on to the charts. Let's move on to the charts real quick. So what I want to do is share my screen. Alrighty, so you should be seeing my screen at this point. Yes, you do. And I think I've already started this one, but I'm going to start from the beginning. Now, remember, as I said, everybody's trading style is not for everyone. So if what I'm doing resonates with you, if you really, really like the simplicity, you don't like a lot of noise, you want to kind of be able to look at a couple of things, not the whole pie, right? Now, here's what I will say. You have to understand the whole pie. You absolutely do have to understand the whole pie. And that is where I offer my 6 week course. I offer a 6 week course where I break down market structure and high and lower time frame relationship. That's very, very important. And though the simplicity trading indicator trading system is phenomenal, is effective, and it totally complements structure, you want to be able to maximize the use of it by understanding market structure and higher lower time frame relationship. So it's very imperative, if you do not have a good understanding of that as of yet, you want to certainly consider the course. It's a phenomenal course. The link is inside the description of this video, so you can access that. And if it suits your fancy, I'll see you in class. I'll see you in class. And so what I do simply is I work with two time frames, right? I work with two time frames, and I'm just kind of setting the pace so that when I come on and do my markups, you already know all of what I'm sharing with you now. I'm not going through all of that type of training. I'm just looking at what I'm looking at, and I'm setting up my week. See, it's very important to know what you're going to do when the week opens. You don't want to be shooting the dart with blindfolds on. You want to already know what you're looking for. And that's the value and the importance of marking up prior to market open, right? You have to understand what you're looking for as well. And again, that training is going to provide that information for you. So if you have not, let me just say this, if you have not already purchased your system, watch a few videos, watch some of my past videos, um, and get familiar with the system, how I use the system. It doesn't matter what your skill level is, this system will totally enhance your ability to trade simple and easy. It will certainly mitigate some of the mistakes that a lot of people have been making. So go through some previous videos, and you'll be able to get a glean on how I use this system. And then what you want to do is access the link inside the video description so that you can get your hands and make a purchase for your system. Now, for all those that do that and they access it through my link, because I am an affiliate, and you'll also get a bonus. You'll get the bonus triple arrow system, which is no longer available, but I'll make that available to you as a member of the Trading Made Easy family, right? And so one of the great things as well is that you're a family within a family, right? You're a family within a big community. So you're going to have the best of both worlds. You're going to get your training and weekly trainings and all of that great stuff. You're not going to be left alone. And then you'll have me as well as a coach to show you how to look at the market in a very simple, easy way. So all of that being said, let's move on. All right. So two time frames, the daily and the 15-minute. That's all I am doing. The daily and the 15-minute. On the daily, I'm simply looking for the trend. And I use my big arrow to indicate what the trend is. And I set my position up based on that. So if my big arrow is telling me bullish, then I'm looking for a buy. Bearish, I'm looking for a sell on the 15-minute. That's it. Now, as I'm progressing through, if you're finding what I'm saying so far to be pretty cut and dry, simple, no fuss, go ahead and put simple in the comments. Go ahead and give me a comment that says simple. Let me know that you're resonating with what I'm saying, because trading doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be arduous. It does not have to be. But you don't know what you don't know. And it's always good to link up with people that have a different insight that they can share. Okay. And so what I'm waiting on now is my system to kick over to the daily chart. I do apologize for this delay. OMG. All right. So we're going to be doing this today, I see. All right. So we're here. All righty. So daily and 15-minute, looking at the big arrow. That's it. Now, remember, one thing about our simplicity indicator system is it's an indicator. It's an indicator, great indicator, but it's an indicator. So what does that mean? It's not teaching you how to trade, right? It's not doing that. It's reflecting, it's giving you a reflection of what price is doing, which is why it's so vitally important that you understand how to read price action. You understand how to identify structure, because that's what governs the indicator. So The simplicity indicator system consists of quite a few different components. However, I don't use all of them. I'm not saying that you shouldn't. I'm sharing with you my simplicity, right? And how I use it. Others use it and they're very effective in how they're using it. That's great. I'm very effective in how I use it. So, again, what resonates with you? Now, one of the things I want to tell you about the indicator system is that these zones, which are supply and demand zones, they are nothing more than key levels of support and resistance. That's what Forex is. And when you're able to understand clearly and master support and resistance, key levels of support and resistance, you will certainly start to find consistency. Now, I'm not promising you that you're going to make all this money. I can't because you are in front of that chart, right? So you're bringing you to the chart. What I can share with you is a simple way of utilizing the system, a simple way of looking at price without all of the additional nuances that tend to convolute and confuse most people, including myself when I was learning, right? Including myself when I was learning. So, support resistance, that's all this is identifying key levels of support resistance. And but what it's not doing is not identifying the trend, which is why I use my big arrow. So big arrow, bullish, right there. I already know I'm looking for a buy. No fuss, I'm looking for a buy. I am a trend trader. Now, I'm not telling you that you can't counter trend trade. What I am saying is you really want to understand the market, right? Don't go against the grain. That's me. If the tide is moving up, then I'm moving up with the tide, right? I'm moving up with the tide. If the tide, now will the tide come back? Yeah, it will come back. And I'll wait for it to position itself to move back in the direction it wants to go. I'm not trying to go against the grain because I want to increase my probability of winning my trades. That's the reason I trend trade. Okay. So on the 15-minute, I'll drop down and I'm looking for what? An early entry for what? A buy, which is in alignment with the trend that the daily has identified. However, alrighty. We got stalled a little bit there, but we're on Euro USD on the daily. As I mentioned before, I'm looking for my big arrow. I have my big arrows telling me that the trend is bearish, right? So I'm looking for a sale. Simple as that. I then drop down to my 15-minute. On my 15-minute, I need price to be inside of the sell zone, right? Inside the sell zone, it is. And when it is, then you're looking for the rest of your entry confirmations. Real simple stuff, right? What are the entry confirmations? I need this to price basically to close below both of my moving averages to keep it real simple. And I need for my MACD to line up with that, right? It needs to be my selling moving average line, which is the red one, needs to be on top. It's that simple. Now, again, I break all this down, the mind, the concepts, the principles behind it, and show you I'm not just making this up. There's a reason why these certain things must happen as it relates to price. And in a nutshell, it's just about back testing. And this has been vetted for well over a year that I've been utilizing, my MACD. Well, I've been utilizing MACD since I've been trading, but it's very consistent, right? And I'll show you all of that inside of the 6-week training course. So that's what we're waiting on at this point. So one or two things are going to happen. Your price is going to be ready, meaning your price is where it needs to be. Your entry confirmations are met. Take the trade, or you have to wait until those criteria are met. So you just have to understand what you're waiting for. So that's what we're waiting for. We're looking for a sale on Euro USD. So how do you determine? Always look at where price was previously as it relates to your zone. So let's drop a quick uh, support. See my bearish engulfing candle right there? So I'm looking at that area. And I'm also looking at this area right here because I have support right there and I have resistance right here. So in between these two support and resistance lines is where my alert will be set and where I will potentially look to get into the trade. Very, very simple, guys. Very, very simple. If you're watching this video now or later, go ahead on and type simple if what I'm saying to you is resonating. if it's resonating. And if it is, go ahead on and subscribe to the channel so it can continue to resonate. And also request to join the Trading Made Easy Facebook group. What I would caution you though is you must answer the questions. It's just 2 questions, yes or no. If you don't answer it, you're not going to get in. Okay, so do that, and we'd love to have you there. All righty. So these are my price points. These are my price points right there. All righty. So now we're on your GBP USD, and we're on the daily. And what's my big arrow telling me? That we are in a bearish trend. So voila, I'm looking for a sale. Drop down to the 15-minute. It's just that simple. Where does price need to be? It needs to be in the sell zone. Is it in the sell zone? Absolutely, it's in the sell zone. Okay, it's in the sell zone. Has our entry confirmations been met? No, it has not. Once that's met, then I'll get into the trade. So you're either going to be able to get right in, or you're going to wait until price meets your criteria before you get in. That is the formula. Nothing more, nothing less. I'm not drawing all of these graphs and lines and doing all of that stuff. Not knocking people who do. I just don't find it necessary to do that. But that only came as a result of studying market structure, studying high and lower time frame relationship. And that's what I'm offering to you. And then knowing how to combine the right indicators that work together. See, oftentimes people throw indicators up there, but the indicators are kind of productive to one another. So you're going to have a problem. You're going to have a problem. You're going to have confusion. And that's certainly going to affect your outcome. You'll learn all of that stuff that I teach. Okay, so 15-minute, that's what we're waiting on. Here's a bearish engulfing candle. So I'm going to throw an alert right here. I'm going to throw an alert right here. I'll come back and see what's actually going on. That's it, right? So that's GBP USD. Let's go to USHEF, okay, and see what USHEF is telling us. Okay, so we're looking at USHEF on the daily. My big arrow is telling me that it's bearish. The trend is bearish, so I'm looking for a sale on the 15-minute. Drop down to the 15-minute, and I am looking for price to be inside of the sell zone. To be inside of the sell zone, it's not there. So I'm looking to identify a potential entry area, right? A potential entry area, and I'm looking for a bearish engulfing candle to indicate that for me. And I definitely have one here. So I will drop my support and resistance. And you can do this. You can drop it on the, of course, the high and low of the smaller candle. But because I have this wick here, I'm definitely going to identify this as a potential entry as well. But as you can see, I'm in the zone, the supply zone where sellers accumulate. So I'm in a good position. And once price reach that, this price point and the remaining entry confirmations are met, take the trade, take the trade. Now, I'll be sharing with you my 20 pips because that's what I do, 20 pips, and I do a trailing stop. Of course, you can do that as well, but I do use a 20 pip strategy spreadsheet, and I'm a slow, steady type of trader. I'm not trying to get rich quick, right? I'm trying to really build wealth. And I know coming into this industry, you know, a lot of the mindset is, let me get this money fast, let me get this money quick. But real success is over a period of time. So what I would recommend you do is take your time, perfect the strategy, perfect the skill set of market structure and things like that. And the money is going to come. It's not going anywhere, right? All right, so that's the deal on USHEF. So let's see what UJ is doing. Right here on UJ, and I'm on the daily. We have a bearish big arrow telling me that UJ is trending, right? Bearish. So we drop down to the 15-minute. I'm looking for a sale. Looking for a sale. Can you counter trend trade? Absolutely. But it's not a quality position. And, you know, I focus on quality over quantity. And because it's all about increasing your probability of profiting. That's what it's about. Okay, so I'm not saying that you can't counter trend trade. Just know that you're entering into a less quality position. Right. Alrighty, so I'm looking, and here's the thing. Let me just say this about that also, because it's really about your understanding of the market. Honestly, you can counter trend trade, but have a great understanding of market structure and be very successful. So I don't want to paint that picture as if that can't happen, because that can definitely happen. I guess what my thoughts and my way of doing things is, whatever my plan is, I'm just going to stick to that. Because what I find is, if I keep moving the target, right, then eventually I'm just going to be all over the place. I want the consistency of doing one thing, and that's me. So again, if my style resonates with you, and you find simplicity in what I'm saying, then I'm the person that you want to get some training from. If not, then you want to find the person that resonates with you. Okay. All righty. So on the 15-minute sale, I'm looking for price to be inside of my sales zone. And then I'm looking for what? I'm looking for potential entry. As you can see, price has broken and closed below my moving averages. It has done that. So now what I'm looking for is my MACD to line up. I need my signal line, which is the red line, which represents sellers, to be on top of my MACD line, and it is. So here's another thing too. This is how the market closed. Now, when the market opens on Sunday, it typically opens in a gap. And so you want to always reassess. Yes, right now, the market has met the criteria, but that's how it closed. We don't know how it's going to open. And me personally, I would probably not take it anyway, because the market opens on Sunday. I like to let it do what it's going to do. Now, here's another thing about me as well, because I want you to know, if you lock arms with me, yeah, I want you to know as much about the way I think as possible, because you bring you to the chart, right? You bring you to the chart. I don't mind waiting. Now, I was not always like that, don't get me wrong, but I don't mind waiting. And I think that that has served me very well, because one of the biggest challenges that I had when I first started trading was detaching myself from the outcome of my trade. So, what that looked like for me was, when I entered the trade and all my parameters were set, I was glued to the chart. I couldn't sleep, I couldn't work, I would look at it while I'm driving. It was bad, right? It was really, really bad. I was glued to the chart. I was attached to the outcome. I wanted to know, is it going in my direction? Oh my gosh, it pulled back a little bit. Oh, I mean, it was a mess, full of anxiety, frustration, and it just is counterproductive. We don't come into this industry to be stressed out like this, but I was, because I was not detached from the outcome of the trade. So when I learned that skill, because that's a skill set too, when I learned that, all of that went away. Now I trade with ease, and I don't mind waiting, because price repeats itself. Price is going to come back into those key areas. Price is going to do that. And with the indicator, because price moves the indicator, price is going to identify the key levels. The indicator, the supply and demand zone, it shows you what that is. So that's why I say it's great for any skill level to have it, because it's additional confirmation. You may not have a great understanding of it yet by itself. This indicator will certainly help you with that. It will certainly help you with that, right? So I don't mind waiting. And in this case, I would definitely wait. Okay, I would definitely wait. So that's the deal on UJ. We're selling it, right? We're selling it. And so we're looking for UCAD at this point. All righty, so you had on the daily, we're looking for buys. Why? Because my big arrow says we're bullish as a trend. So I'm going to go down to my 15-minute, and I'm looking for price to be inside of the demand zone. Now, price is inside of the demand zone. However, our criteria, all of our criteria, has not been met yet, right? That was loud. All of our criteria has not been met yet. As you can see, price is riding under my moving averages. It's not ready yet. What is this telling me? It's telling me that we should have a strong bearish momentum still going on. That's why you have to have more than one confirmation. Yes, price identifying structure and all of that is great. It's foundational. It's a must have, but that's not the only indication that you want to use to determine your entry, right? So strong bearish move going on. Once our price, our bullish candle breaks and close above our moving averages and my MACD lines up, that's when I'm going to take the trade. That's when I'm going to take the trade. So from a um, alert standpoint, again, I'm just looking for a bullish engulfing candle. So right here, let's say this is the pair I want to trade. Then I see a bullish engulfing right here. So I'm going to drop my support resistance on the high and low of the smaller candle. This becomes a zone in which I will come back to the chart to reassess what price is doing. It's really just that simple. It's really just that simple. Okay. So that is UCAD for buy. And these are my zones for my alerts. So let's take a look at Aussie USD. See what Aussie USD is doing. On the daily Aussie USD, we have a bullish candle right here. Now, let me just share with you a little nugget from the course on higher and lower time frame relationships. So this is a 24-hour candle and it's bullish. Now, where do you expect the price to be on the 15-minute? Because remember, whatever's going on the higher time frame is actually being played out on the lower time frame. The lower time frame is a reflection of everything you can't see inside of a daily candle. So if that's simple, if that's clear, go ahead on and type simple in the comments, simple in the comments, right? So with that being said, where do we expect for price to be when we go to the 15-minute? We expect for it to be in the supply zone. Why? Because this one bullish candle right here is multiple bullish candles on the 15-minute. So it's going up, 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 up. Voila, is inside that zone. So before I even go to my 15-minute, I already know that I am setting an alert. I already know that price is not where I need it to be. I need it to be inside of the demand zone. I already know that simply by what's taking place higher, lower time frame relationship. So let's go to the 15-minute. Now on the 15-minute, what I tell you, we're in the zone here. Price has not met the rest of our entry confirmations, which is no problem. We know that we're waiting for price to come back down here. That's simple. And I've already identified these zones, so that's good. Alrighty, so bullish engulfing candle. This is the zone that I'm looking for. Look at all this structure around that zone. When you identify engulfing candles in key levels of support and resistance, you're always going to have strong structure. So I feel really good about that. When price comes back down into the zone, I get my alert. I follow the rest of my entry confirmations and I enter the trade, right? I enter the trade. So let's move on. That's Aussie, Aussie USD. And we did Euro, we did GBP USD, USHEF, UJ, UCAD, Aussie, and I believe NZD USD will be next. NZD USD right here. Let's go to the daily. Okay. So bullish, we're looking for buys. Simple. Drop down to the 15-minute, right? Price needs to be in the demand zone. And I already marked that up too. So there you go, right? And you start to see some similarities. I'm going to do another training on correlated pairs and how you can really maximize your profit trading correlated pairs. That's going to be on another video. So that has concluded our, oh, let me let you know, because I've already done this apparently. And these are the price zones that I will actually set for my alert. Come back. The remaining entry confirmations are met. Take the trade. You're good. You're good. Now, I'm not guaranteeing anybody's going to make any money. I'm not guaranteeing that price is going to do exactly what we want it to do. There's always some push and pull. That's the nature of the market. But as long as you have identified an optimal entry, you're in a very, very good position. You're in a very, very good position. So utilize that. Hopefully that has given you some insight to help you set up your week. I'll see you guys on the next video. Have a great one.